Hey guys, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft, and it's springtime once again. Over here, I've got all my crops planted again. Well, I've got most of my crops planted again. I've saved some seeds back, and I've got them all signed up this time, being a little bit more organised. Last time was a bit just throw them anywhere and see what happens. This time we're going to be a bit more organised. We've got them named up, and we're also, where's my hoe? We're also going to make sure that we put the nutrients that they use most on the sign. So as you can see on the nutrients bar, they're all using different types of nutrients. So let's call the red one on the far left, let's call that A. We'll call the middle orange one B, and the far right one we'll call C. So these ones are using nutrient C. This one seems to be using A. And yeah, they all use different nutrients, so it's best if we rotate the crops each season so that we don't use up the same nutrients on the same patch of soil. So once I've got a bit of time, I'm going to write the nutrients on the sign as well as the plant, so then hopefully we actually get to know which plant uses which nutrients as well. That's a bit more advanced than the stage that we're at, but yeah, anyway, let's go back over to the base. I've been doing quite a lot of work around here, and yeah, I've also named the other horse that we had. I only got one name suggested in the comments, so I've gone with it, and that name is Oreo. So let's go and check out the beautiful little lady horse. Here she is in a nice little pen. She's eating most of the grass. We'll have to replace that soon, but here we go. There's Oreo. She's quite happy with her name. I think she likes it. Gives a little smile. Little smile? No? No smile. Okay. She's in a bad mood today. But yeah, that's a really cool name, I think. Our trees are starting to grow. Our fruit trees are starting to grow. Hopefully we can get some fruit off that pretty soon, because my diet is really low, and both grain and fruit are really low. Vegetables I'm not doing too bad on, but this is the only piece of vegetables I have left in the world, which is one single carrot. So springtime couldn't have come at a better time, really. We're getting really low on food. All I've got in here is an egg. I've got a ton of pork left down in our little cellar. But yeah, you may have noticed I've done a sort of path thing around here with these slabs, just to give it a bit more depth, really. I think I'm going to have to add quite a lot more of these to make it look not out of place. Like each, just having one here and there makes it look a little bit out of place, but I think it looks pretty good overall. I might actually replace all this cobblestone, or most of this cobblestone, with bricks eventually, once we've actually got the materials to make that. You could also give these a nice little indentation, although I'm not too fond of how it looks. If we do that there, we could do some of that as well, but yeah, I'm not too sure if I like how that looks. Yeah, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I'm probably gonna replace this and put it back like that. I don't know. I think if I'm gonna do indentations, I need to do a lot more, and a lot more of these slabs, just to give it, just so it doesn't look out of place, like I said. But yeah, anyway, over here we've got our little water source blocks things. I've made it into a nice pond. And I've also got what I tried to make this into like a garden gnome. It's terrible. I know, guys, it's absolutely terrible. It looks like E.T. with a sword. It's actually supposed to be like a garden gnome fishing in this little pond thing. But yeah, it looks like E.T. I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to do better, but it is progress. It's not very good, but it is progress. Soon we'll be making amazing gargoyles and crazy stuff, and I may even trim his legs down a little bit, but I'll do that another time. You may have noticed these things. I want to get onto some of that in today's episode, but before we do that, I want to make some of these, which are lanterns. I talked about these in a previous episode. You actually need candles to make these, so I showed you how to make candles in a previous episode as well. If you don't know how to do that, you basically turn suet into tallow, and you put tallow in a bowl and use string to make candles. Pretty simple, and then you can use those candles to make lanterns. To make the lanterns, you're going to need sheets of a type of precious metal, so you could use gold, or you could use bronze. No, not bronze, brass, sorry. And I think maybe silver or something else like that. You could probably use other materials. I'm using gold because I've got a lot of it. And yeah, you can do some other stuff with these sheets. You can't. It's not just for crafting. So I think you can do this with pretty much every type of metal sheet. And you basically right-click on blocks to place it. And yeah, it gives you another texture or resource to use as building materials, and it's pretty cool. I'm not too sure if I like the gold too much. It's got some weird goldy spot in the middle. It would be cool if they actually were like connected textures and you could do loads of these, and that gold spot wouldn't be on all of them. It would kind of connect. That would look pretty cool. But I don't have too many of these to test that out. I've got 2, so actually I can't test it out here because the lanterns are in the way. But yeah, you can do this with pretty much any type of metal, I think. I've also got some black bronze sheets and a double sheet because I'm hoping to make some armor in a little bit. Oh, I like that. That's a nice color. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And what we're going to use them for today is making a lantern. Or it actually makes 2 lanterns, but yeah. So for that, you're going to need gold sheets or brass sheets or silver or whatever you're using, glass panes and a candle, and just like that you get yourself 2 gold lanterns. Gold because I'm using gold, obviously. And yeah, these are pretty cool. Let's place them up here. They do pretty much the same thing as torches, obviously. You can't really adjust them or anything. They just look a lot better. And you can actually put them in builds, like hanging off walls and stuff like that. So yeah, really cool stuff. And be aware, you can only have this stuff in ExtraFirma, or with the ExtraFirma add-on, should I say, and also name tags and some other stuff like that. I've also done a few modifications to the bloomery over here. The little slab areas I've changed from basalt to marble. I think that's marble. And yeah, slab them down a little bit to give it that 3D effect. Because you couldn't really see it too well when it was basalt and basalt. So yeah, I think this makes it stand out a lot more, and it looks really cool, I think. So yeah, good stuff. We'll probably get on to making some iron stuff and progressing to the Iron Age in the next episode, maybe the one after, because I also want to do, there's basically 2 things I want to do before I progress into the Iron Age. One of them is making another piece of bronze armor, because yeah, I don't really feel right progressing into the Iron Age with just one piece of bronze armor made and the rest leather. So I think I'm going to make a chest plate out of black bronze. We'll see how that goes, see if I can actually do that. And I also want to make myself a crucible. That's something that will allow us to smelt more metals in the forge, possibly, or just allow us to mix metals and alloys a lot easier. So hopefully we'll get down to that in the next episode. And yeah, soon we'll be doing the Iron Age stuff. So yeah, cool. We'll make the armor later on, hopefully. But for now, I'm going to do some more stuff with the pillars. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, we've done the lanterns. Good stuff. So let's go and mess around with some of these pillars, shall we? So I was thinking of building myself a watchtower, as I've got a composite crossbow and a couple of bows. Bows are actually really easy to get now, I think. For me, anyway. I was thinking of actually making myself a watchtower so that we could sit up on our watchtower and shoot out all the evil mobs around us and protect our base a little bit better, basically. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. And obviously let me know if you think it is a good idea or not. And for it, I think I want to use some of these pillars. I was messing around with the chisel, doing some strange designs. Obviously, we've got ET fishing, and I also came up with a nice little pillar design. It's basically just the same as the Greek or old Roman pillars that they have on all their buildings and stuff. But I think we can make it look really, really cool. And it's something you can't really do in Minecraft a lot. So yeah, cool stuff. And I think I'll show you the basics of how we do it. So I'll make the base from scratch here in a second, and then we'll mess around with some blueprints and try them out in different materials and stuff. You may notice I've also collected a whole bunch of bricks and resources, made myself a load of mortar and turned these into bricks so that they're ready to go and be made up. I'm going to bring a few different types of stone along with us just for now. And what else did we need? We were going to use smooth rhyolite, just this stuff, to do the basic one. So in fact, let's make it daytime, just so that you guys can see it a little bit better, and it looks a lot better in the daylight, I think. So Walter, giving us a taste of his nice singing voice. Let's fill up our water jug quickly and eat some breakfast. And I'll show you the basics of how I designed this pillar. So you can pretty much see it here. It's kind of hard to see, but I'll lay it out, or I'll chisel it out for you guys, just so you get a better understanding of how I did it. So obviously I'm leaving 2 blocks at the base and at the top as like the main structural points. So yeah, we're going to do that. We've got, obviously first we have to turn this into detailed mode to see that. So we've got 1, 2, and we'll start chiseling from here up. So basically what I did was just carve into the corners. So let's start doing that. And I think I basically went 3 blocks deep, or three little cubes deep. So 1 more, and that should be the look that I've got next to us. I may change this up a little bit. I'm not too sure how I like this this T shape down the middle. You'll see it a lot better when the sun raises there. You can kind of see it there, the T shape on the outside. I'm not too sure how I like that. We also get some strange kind of pixely effect down there. It looks kind of strange from up close, but from far away it's not too noticeable, and I think it looks really good actually. But yeah, there's one side, and let's do the other side here quickly. And I say quickly, you do have to be really, really careful when chiseling like this, doing the really detailed stuff, because as you can see, the little box moves around all over the place, and it's quite easy to mess up. So yeah, be very, very careful and very, very patient when chiseling stuff. So that's half of the block. We're going to do this one just quickly. It doesn't matter if I mess it up, because I've got one made already that I can just make blueprints of. In fact, I've already made blueprints of that. So almost there. And yeah, this is basically going to be around the corners of the watchtower if I build it, when I build it. And I think that'll make it look really cool, give it a nice little 3D effect, because yeah, I'd say the main tips when building stuff, oh, I need to go one more down here. My main tips for building stuff would be try and use different textures, so don't just use all the same wood or all the same cobblestone. Try to give it depth, so indents and outward bits and depth basically. And I think this is going to help with that a lot. And I'm not the best builder in the world, obviously, but those are some pretty good tips, I'd say. And if you guys have got any other ideas for cool little chisel designs or little things you'd like to see me try and chisel out, that'd be pretty cool. Just leave those in the comments. Strange things, I don't really mind what you suggest, like a bird or a creeper face, or I don't know, a slime. Something cool. Doesn't have to be Minecraft related either. Obviously these are like ancient Greek pillars. That's not really Minecraft related, but it does give a really cool effect. So there you go. That's how I did it. You get the idea. Let's make sure that's all 2 blocks. Yeah. And as you can see on the full one that we've got here, I think it looks really, really cool. Like the final product once they're all stacked on top of each other. So hopefully you guys get a grasp of how I did that. I basically just did the exact same for the top, and the middle bit is just the same without the 2 square block thing. So there we go. Let's try out a few different kinds of materials. I'm thinking this this smooth stone will actually look really good. This is the basic natural smooth stone that you get, so this stuff, which is really hard to harvest actually, it takes quite a lot of time to harvest. So I want to try it with this smoothed out stuff, because that's going to be a lot easier to harvest. You basically just chisel that and then you can pick the blocks up whenever you want. So I can pick this up with my pick whenever I want. Obviously once I've chiseled this, I'm not going to be able to pick it up. But it does make harvesting blocks a hell of a lot easier. So I've already made some blueprints out here. So let's make this one into a base. I always forget about turning it into detailed mode first, but there we go. And it actually looks pretty much exactly the same as this one. There's a few little variations in the color of the pixels, but it's pretty much the exact same. Let's try it with a smooth basalt, shall we? Let's do that one up here, maybe. Turn it to detailed mode. Pillar base. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, baby. I really like that. I love these little white areas. It's kind of like a nice little stripe around the edges. I really like that. I'm not too sure if that's going to replicate that that stripe on the other blocks. Let's actually place another 2. Let's get the full pillar if we can. See how that looks. So I've got a mid and I've got a top here. So both of these go detailed. Mid, yeah, it is replicating those little edge things. The lines here. I don't think it looks too bad though. Let's place that down as well. There goes my hammer and chisel, possibly just my chisel. Oh, I quite like that though. Yeah, you don't get quite the same effect when the sunlight hits it. Like this one, you can really notice the shadows, obviously, because it's lighter. And I think I might prefer this one, just because the shadows look a lot better on it. Although this one does look really, really cool. Maybe if I was going to do it in a room, like inside, because obviously you're not going to see the shadows too well if it's inside, I would probably make it out of this basalt. But for outside, maybe I'm going to use some lighter stuff. Let's try some marble bricks. This is obviously going to be really light. And turn that into detailed. And did that work? It did, even though I had no chisel. That's strange. So there's some kind of glitch with the chisel when it breaks. I think it might only be when you're using these blueprints though. In fact, I probably need another chisel just to be able to use this blueprint. So let's grab that. And let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that's not too bad. You can kind of see the brick lines in it. Obviously, bricks have lines in them, as you can see from that brick fence. I don't think it looks too bad. And once again, those lines will probably be reproduced throughout the block once we stack them up. But I think that looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think, which one you think's the best. Obviously, there's different kinds of stone. I've got chert, I've got a few other colours and stuff. So yeah, I'm really liking this design, and I can't wait to implement it into one of my builds. Let me know what you guys think, as I said, and if you've got any other cool designs that you can think of, or something you'd like to see. I don't know, like a creeper model. In fact, I was thinking of like carving out a 3D creeper. That would be really cool. It would take absolutely ages, but it would be really cool to have. And I'll show you, one of my sheeps actually had babies in between episodes. 2 of them were male. They were obviously a lot smaller than this. And she had 5 babies, amazingly. One of them, I mean, last time they only had 1 each. This time that sheep had 5 babies, and it actually died when it had them. It was kind of strange. It just had the babies and exploded. And I saw like sheepskin and suet on the floor. It was not a very pretty sight. But yeah, that happened, and these 2 ended up in this pen, which that suits me because they're males and they're going to be for the slaughter anyway. So I am going to work on getting myself a bismuth, no, not a bismuth, a black bronze chestplate, if that's even going to be possible with the materials I've got. Hopefully I've got enough. And as I said, I'll probably change this path out as well. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm not too sure. I think it's just the amount of cobblestone that I've used in it. It's too much. I think I need to break it up with some bricks and stuff. But that's going to be quite a lot of bricks, and I'll have to do a lot of resource gathering and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to fire up my forge, heat up these sheets, and try and get myself a black bronze chestplate. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, orange temperature. Let's take these out. And I need to work this double sheet into a chest plate. So let's go into plans. I could make leggings, but I think I'm going to go for a chest plate because mine's quite damaged. So the last 3 things we need to do is upset, hit, and hit. So that's not actually that hard. Let's try that, and medium hit. Nice, first time. That is amazing. That should be some kind of achievement or something. Wow. So I'm guessing we have to do the same as we did with the helmet, and possibly weld another double sheet to it. So I'm going to heat these sheets up to weld them into a double sheet. And this guy also needs to heat up as well, so we can weld those together. It shouldn't actually take that long, so I might not need to cut. This should be just about to get to a weldable temperature. That guy's a little bit off. Let's leave it in there a second longer, and here we go. Let's try and weld it quickly. We got a double sheet. That's nice. Let's get that back in there to heat up. Okay, when this hits orange, we'll take that out. There we go. And this is good enough. Let's weld these 2 together now, I think. Aha, stage 2 chest plate. Now we have to work this into a stage, or a final one. So exactly the same as last time, we have to go upset, hit, hit. So let's do that, and let's go medium, heavy. Oh, check me out. MLG blacksmith. Pro blacksmith maneuvers right there, guys. Oh my god. First time every time, baby. So let's check out the let's check out the damage rate in this 400 piercing defense, should I say, 600 slash and 330 crush. So that's pretty good. It's definitely a lot better than my leather. Wow, that is a lot better. So let's put that on, check it out. It's kind of like a sleeveless vest. That looks amazing. Let's go outside and F5 it. Hey, work properly. Okay, there we go. Let's go outside and F5 it. That looks really cool, actually. So yeah, guys, I think that's going to just about do it for this episode. Let me know what you think about these pillars, and if you guys can come up with any more cool designs or ideas, then feel free to share them with me. Pardon me. So yeah, the next episode we'll be working on getting a crucible and possibly starting the watchtower. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.